Hello, hello everyone. How is everyone today? Good morning and good afternoon, depending on where you are right now in the world. It is morning time for me. I'm over on the West Coast. I know a lot of you are Eastern. This is your lunch hour. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today I will be talking to you about modifiers. So this is our first March Madness webinar, and it's AMCI Modifier Mania. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. Get your CPT manuals and also get your HCPCS manual out. Okay, we'll do some little fun exercises, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so our gift to you are 2 CEUs. These will be given after the webinar, so if you are here to get CEUs, just know that we will be giving those out after the webinar, and we're going to try to put it in the handout section. If that doesn't work, they will be emailed to you, okay? Just a reminder, do not share that certificate that you get with anyone. You know, if AAPC does find out that certificate is shared, you could have your certification revoked, and we don't want that. So please do not share. That certificate is only for you. And just note that you have to be AAPC certified in order to apply those CEUs. And if you're not certified, that's okay. Just kick back, enjoy the webinar anyways. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. You might learn a little bit. So we want to try to make it, fun and interactive for you guys. And your gift to us, I'm just asking that you guys fill out the survey at the end of the webinar. Just let us know what you think, and that's all. That's all we want. All right, I'm going to read the copyright to you. CPT is copyright of American Medical Association. CPC is a registered trademark of American Academy of Professional Coders, otherwise known as AAPC, and keyword concept, FTR, CHUN, and AMCI Fab 7 are all trademarks of AMCI. Okay, and the goals of our presentation is to provide an overview of some of the most commonly misunderstood modifiers, understand why and how modifiers are used, and we're going to do a little fun interactive game to test your knowledge of modifiers. Okay, so that is the goals of our presentation, and I want to do the introductions real quick. I want to introduce you to our panel. We do have some people on this side helping out. So first of all, I'm Mrs. Tracy, for any of you that don't know, and joining me today, I'm just going to go here down the list. We have Mr. Julian. Hello, Mr. Julian, how are you?
Hello, Miss Tracy. I'm good. Hello, lunch and learners. Let's get ready to learn.
All right, yes, let's do this. And next up, we have Mrs. Audra. Hello, Mrs. Audra.
Hello, everyone. We're glad you're here. We're going to learn a lot of stuff about modifiers today. I know right now in Ohio, I am very, very cold because it snowed this morning.
Oh, no. Stay warm, Miss Audra. That's terrible. It's March. It should be spring, right? Shouldn't the weather be warming up?
It's supposed to be, but yeah, I think Mother Nature needs to go back on her meds.
Yeah, Mother Nature has other plans. All right. And we also have Miss Marie joining us. Hello, Miss Marie from Michigan. Is it snowing where you're at?
It's not at the moment, but we've gotten about 6 inches since Sunday morning. They keep telling us, or here, because Michigan is surrounded by water, they have what's called lake effect snow. The wind comes over the lake and picks up moisture and dumps on us. And they keep telling us trace amounts, but no, we're getting like 1, 2, 3 inches every day.
Oh my
goodness. And meanwhile, in my Facebook feed, all the pictures from crocuses and stuff that would normally have popped up by now keep showing up, and au contraire, those little rascals are trying to break ground. They're freezing to death.
Well, I hope they stay warm, and you too. Stay inside and stay warm.
Thanks.
All right, and last but not least, we have Miss Rochelle. Hi, Miss Rochelle. How are you?
Hi, Miss Tracy. Hi, everyone. Hi, coders. How are you doing today? I am so excited to get started, Miss Tracy.
Yes, I am too. So on that note, let's go ahead and get this party started. All right. So what is a modifier and why are they important? So are you guys familiar with modifiers? I'm just going to take a peek in the chat and see where everybody's at. Okay, I'm seeing yes. Okay, that's great. So we're familiar, so we'll get a little bit of practice today. Maybe you'll learn a little bit more about them. So that's great. We know there is a lot of modifiers in the book, so of course we're not going to be able to cover all of them, but we will go through some of the most commonly misunderstood or some of the most commonly used modifiers. Okay, so a modifier is 2 characters long, and it is appended to a code to report specific circumstances or alterations to a procedure, service, or medical equipment without changing the definition of the code. And modifiers help you to code to the highest level of specificity to capture the complete story of the procedure being performed. So, for example, like if you have a service that's provided within the global period of another service, we would use a modifier for that to indicate why the patient is being seen again. So was there a complication of the previous procedure? So it kind of just adds on to the story. You know, is it a new unrelated problem? Was it a staged procedure? So that modifier will let the payer know what exactly is going on. Okay, using modifiers when appropriate is important to allow for proper reimbursement of services. Okay, if you don't append certain modifiers, claims will be denied, money will be lost. So modifiers are very important. Okay, where do we use them? Well, we use them on CPT. Give me one. Sorry, I'm kind of fighting the cold, so I don't want to cough in your ear, so I had to go on mute for a minute. Anyways, we use them on CPT Level 1 codes. We use them on HCPCS Level 2 codes. And in the HCPCS manual, you'll find anesthesia modifiers. You also see these in the CPT section of the anesthesia section, but these anesthesia codes indicate, modifiers indicate physical status. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. Ambulance services, hospital outpatient ambulatory surgery centers, and where are they located? Does anybody know? I'm going to peek in the chat. Do you know in your CPT manual where your modifiers are? There's a couple different places where we could find them. And if you have your book, get it out and we could you can look at it together and we can kind of get familiar. You want to get familiar with your book and know where everything is located. So I see some of you are saying, yes, great. All right, front cover, Appendix A, yes, behind the cover. So if you open up the front cover of your CPT manual, you'll find some modifiers at a glance right there. And then Appendix A gives you a bigger description of what that modifier is, okay? So front cover in your CPT book, and then in the back cover as well, you'll find some more. Those are the abbreviations in the back. In the front cover and in Appendix A in your CPT book. And let me close this chat box. And in the HCPCS, and this does depend on the publisher, I'm finding out. I don't know which book you guys have. AAPC is probably the one that a lot of you guys have, but there is also AMA, and I know that it kind of varies, I think, depending on the publisher. So in HCPCS, if you have AAPC version, I know it's inside the front cover and the back cover, and also in Appendix B. Okay, in the AAPC version, it's under HCPCS level national code, level 2 national codes or something like that. And I'm not sure if I have the E version of the AMA, and I'm not sure if it's located in the front cover on that one, if someone says they have Optum. So see, there's different publishers. So just kind of get familiar with your book and know where you can locate those modifiers in your particular manual. Okay, in the CPT manual, this is the a clipping of the front cover. So you'll see on here some symbols, you'll see the modifiers, you'll see the category 2 modifiers, your physical status modifiers. This is very helpful. Just be mindful that that is there, okay, at a glance. It can really help you, especially when you're taking that exam. If you haven't already, you can flip to that real quickly and be able to see what modifiers you have there, okay? And then here's the Appendix A, and like I said, this breaks it down even further. It gives you more of a description of what that modifier is, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of them. So Modifier 22 is for increased procedural services. And the work that was the work performed was substantially greater than what is typically required. So when the work is substantially greater, then you would append that Modifier 22. There must be documentation, so make sure there's documentation to support using that modifier. So if there's increased intensity beyond, you know, increased time beyond what's typically expected, technical difficulty of the procedure, severity of patient's condition, physical and mental effort required. So an example would be due to a patient's weight, maybe the procedure required more time than was typically expected. Then you could append that Modifier 22. All right, Modifier 25. Where do we use Modifier 25 on? Yes, on our E&M code. So I know the ones of you that come to group study know this one well. So Modifier 25 indicates a significant, separately identifiable E&M service, same physician and same day. So an example would be a 45-year-old woman is seen for her annual physical. During the exam, the doctor notices a suspicious lesion on the patient's back and performs a separate service, documenting a history, exam, and medical decision-making for the lesion. So the extra work, you know, is documented. There's the 3 components that make up our HIM here. So in this case, since a full workup was done for that lesion, we would be able to report the physical as well as that office visit, and then we would append that Modifier 25 onto the office visit. All right, technical versus professional. So do we know the modifier for technical? If you do, type it in the chat. Yes, great job. Yes, and what about professional? Wow, you guys are on fire. Great job, guys. Okay, so our technical component is TC and our professional is 26. Some procedures are a combination of a professional component and a technical component. Modifier 26, as you guys said, that is our professional component, and Modifier TC is the technical component. All right, so Modifier 26 is used when there is a professional and technical side of a procedure and the physician only performed the professional side. The professional component of a diagnostic service or procedure is provided by the physician and may include supervision, interpretation, and report. Procedures or services that may include both a professional and technical component are most commonly found within the radiology, pathology, and laboratory and medicine sections of your CPT codebook. And Modifier 26, we append TC to a code for a facility that provides for or pays for the equipment, supplies, and or clinical staff. All right, so this is a facility modifier, and a physician would not append this modifier unless they are employed by that facility. Pending Modifier TC indicates that only the technical component of a service or procedure has been provided. Generally, the technical component of a service or procedure is billed by the entity that provides the testing equipment. All right. So if a physician performs an x-ray at the hospital and he's using their equipment for that, he would only provide, he would use that code, but he would put modifier 26 on it to indicate that he just provided the professional service, and then that facility would code for the technical part of it. All right, modifier 47 is anesthesia by surgeon. So this is used when a surgeon administers the anesthesia instead of an anesthesiologist. So a surgeon does not code from the anesthesia section of this. They don't use this anesthesia CPT codes. They would just code the procedure code. And if they did administer anesthesia, they would append that modifier 47. And this is only used for regional or general anesthesia. We don't use that for local anesthesia, okay? And regional anesthesia, that's the use of anesthetics to block the sensation of pain from a large area of the body. So such, you know, if it's the arm or the leg or the abdomen. Nerve blocks are commonly used for surgery on the arms and hands and the feet. Also, general is just complete knocking out, okay? So if the surgeon provided the anesthesia, regional or general, they could append that modifier 47. Okay. All right, so modifier 50, this is bilateral. And this is applied to services or procedures performed on the same anatomical site. So an example of this would be repair of ectropion of both eyes by suture. We would code that 67914, and we would put modifier 50 on that just to indicate that that procedure was performed on both eyes. Okay, what do we not append modifier 52? We do not append it to procedures that are bilateral by nature. So for an example of that would be a tonsillectomy. Typically when someone has a tonsillectomy, it's just a given that both the tonsils are removed. There are some cases where maybe only one is removed, and we'll talk about that and what we would append for that. But procedures that are bilateral by nature, you don't append modifier 50. You also don't append them to codes that already have it listed in the code language that they are unilateral or bilateral. And when performing a different procedure on both right and left side. So example would be repair of ectropion by suture, left eye, and repair of ectropion by thermocauterization, right eye. And actually that is a little exercise. So if you guys want to code this, I'll give you a couple minutes. So if we want to code repair of ectropion by suture, left eye, and repair of ectropion by thermocauterization, right eye, what are the codes for that? I'll give you guys just Ms. Rochelle, you want to help me here? Maybe a minute and a half?
Yeah, sure. I'll set the time. All right. A minute and a half, guys. Time starts now. All right, coders. I'm seeing great answers in the chat.
Yeah, so am I. Awesome.
This is great.
Yeah, this is great. All right, so, oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing some great answers here. All right, so let's reveal the answer, and that is 67914 LT and 67915. So this is an example of when we do not use the modifier 50. We're going to specify left or right side because it tells us here there's two different procedures that are performed. One is one procedure on the left eye, one on the right eye. Okay, so we would just report the procedure and then we would indicate that that modifier to just to indicate the laterality. Okay, so great job on that one, guys. All right, let's talk about modifier 51 verse 59. And this modifier is used incorrectly a lot. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we use these modifiers. Okay, modifier 51 is indicated for multiple procedures, and modifier 59 is for distinct procedural services. Modifier 51 is used when multiple procedures are performed, this is the key word, on the same body system. Append modifier 51 to the secondary procedure. Order procedures according to the highest RVU. So you always code the most complex procedure first. Now, there are two very important rules with modifier 51. Can you guys tell me what they are? Yes, good job, Michelle. Good job, Cheryl. Elaine. Yes, great job. I'm seeing one of the answers there. Yes, Alma, you got the other one. Okay, great. So the very important thing to remember with modifier 51, you cannot use modifier 51 on a first listed procedure, and you may never append this modifier to add-on codes. It's very important because that's something that you will be probably tested on the exam. If you see an add-on code that has a modifier 51, that is incorrect. We can't do that, and we can never put that modifier 51 on a first listed procedure. Okay, it goes on the second. Okay, or subsequent, but not the first. All right, so here's another little exercise for you. Susie had an excision of a 1.0 centimeter benign lesion on her arm with a 3.0 centimeter intermediate repair. So let's go ahead and code that. And Ms. Rochelle, 2 minutes, please.
All righty, the time is set, 2 minutes, and time starts now. All right, coders. The time is up. Okay, wow, great answers. Oh, wow. Okay, Miss Tracy, you have an impressive bunch of coders in here. Great job, you guys. Hello, Miss Tracy. Oh, she's
Oh,
probably
okay.
muted somewhere. There you go.
Miss Rochelle, I'm sorry. I don't know. Something was going on with I couldn't move my mouse.
Oh,
So,
no.
okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the answer is here and seeing some great answers here in the chat. Okay, so we have on this one, I see that some of you sequenced it the other way, but on this, we would sequence that repair first. We would sequence it as 12032 and the excision 11401 with modifier 51, okay? So that indicates multiple procedures, right? And the reason why we're using modifier 51 is because that is on the same body area, okay, on the arm. The lesion is being excised from the arm and the repair is being done on the arm, okay? Same body area equals modifier 51, okay? All right. Great job, guys. I'm seeing some really great answers and great attempts, so perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about modifier 59.
Okay, so hang on a minute. Somebody's asking why sequence it this way?
Because it has that excision, it has a higher RVU. So that's, you're gonna you always sequence the procedure with the highest reimbursement first. So that's why we would code, because it's more involved, it's more complex, the repair than that excision. All right. All right, so modifier 59 indicates that a procedure is performed. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. It indicates that a procedure is performed on a different anatomic site or body system. Documentation must support a different session, a different procedure or surgery, different site or organ system, a separate incision or excision, a separate lesion, or separate injury. So example would be a laparoscopic cholecystectomy and laparoscopic appendectomy performed with separate incisions. So do we want to code this one? Give you guys a minute and a half.
All right, Miss Tracy, I'm on it. A
Okay,
minute and a
thank
half,
you.
coders. Miss Tracy, I think we might need, do you mind if I put in 30 more seconds?
Yeah, that's fine, Miss Rochelle.
Alrighty. All right. I think the time is up, Miss Tracy. And I'm seeing your answers are coming in. It's raining here in the chat.
Great answers, yes. Great answers too. Someone asked, is this webinar for CEUs? Yes, it is. You get 2 CEUs at the end of the webinar. So yay, right? Bonus. Okay, I'm seeing great answers here. So let's go ahead and take a look. The answer is 44970 and 47562, and we would append a modifier 59. These are different organ systems. We're dealing with the gallbladder and appendix, okay, and also it's saying separate incisions, so this qualifies for a modifier 59. And on the sequencing here, this doesn't really matter because one's not more complex than the other, as with what we just dealt with the excision and repair. So if you sequenced it the other way, that's okay too. All right, so are we familiar with the XE, XP, XS, and XU modifiers? These are a little bit trickier. And these are fairly new. These modifiers came out in 2000. They were effective in 2015, so a few years ago, and they were developed to provide greater reporting specificity in situations where modifier 59 was previously reported. They are used in lieu of modifier 59. So modifier 59 should only be used when there's no more specific when there's not another more specific modifier to be used. Okay, so this XE, like I said, it's used in lieu of the modifier 59. So XE indicates a separate encounter. Excuse me, on the same day. So let's say the patient had a procedure at 10 a.m. and then another procedure was performed at 8 p.m. You would append this XE modifier, okay? Separate encounter, but same day. The XS modifier is a separate structure. So a lesion excised from the arm, another one excised from the leg, or injection into the shoulder, injection into the knee. Those are separate structures, so we can use XS. So again, separate incision, excision, different lesion, separate injury, and same day by the same individual. XP indicates a separate practitioner. So if the patient is under treatment for breast cancer, during her appointment, she is seen by 2 physicians in the practice. Maybe she's seen by the oncologist and by the radiologist, or the radiologist or the radiation oncologist. Then those are separate practitioners. So you can use XP. Okay. Oops. All right, sorry, my mouse is kind of sticking. XU is for unusual, non-overlapping services. And it has to be the same encounter, same practitioner, and same anatomical site, structure, or organ. And I think that was it there. Okay, so an example of that would be a diagnostic procedure is performed, and based on the findings, a therapeutic and/or surgical procedure is required on the same day. Okay, So these modifiers are going to be used in lieu of modifier 59 when appropriate. All right, modifier 52 is for reduced services. So we use this modifier when a procedure was not completed in its entirety according to the code's description. So a physician performed a unilateral, remember we talked about this earlier, typically those tonsillectomies are performed bilaterally. So if for some reason only one of those tonsils is removed, you would use that code with the modifier 52, okay? So here, if a tonsillectomy is performed on a 15-year-old patient, unilaterally, we would code 42826 with the modifier 52 to indicate a reduced service. All right, modifier 53. Does anybody know what modifier 53 is? Yes, great job, guys. Discontinued service, yes, that is correct. Okay, so modifier 53 is for a discontinued procedure. We use this modifier when a procedure that was started needs to be discontinued due to extenuating circumstances or those that threaten the well-being of a patient. Okay, so let's say during a procedure, the patient's blood pressure becomes really high, like dangerously high, and it cannot be controlled. And the physician decides to abort the procedure because it's unsafe to proceed. He would append that, he would code that procedure, but he would append modifier 53 to indicate that that procedure was discontinued. All right, modifier 57, this is the decision for surgery. So if in the case of an E&M service, the doctor decides that the patient needs surgery, you would append that modifier 57 onto that E&M code. Okay, example, Sam is brought to the ER with severe abdominal pain. The doctor evaluates Sam and determines that Sam needs to have an appendectomy. We report that code or that ER visit with a modifier 57 on it. Modifier 58 is for a staged or related procedure. Okay, so that means that it had already been planned. This has to be done by the same healthcare professional during the post-operative period. So an example of this would be a patient has a mastectomy and returns on a later date within the post-operative period to get breast implants. Okay, the doctor had already planned to do this. That would be a staged procedure, and you would append the modifier 58 onto that. Okay, modifier 62 is for two surgeons. It indicates two surgeons. So when two surgeons work together as primary surgeons performing distinct parts of a specific procedure, when you would report that, each surgeon would report his or her distinct operative work by appending modifier 62, and you'll be using this code or this modifier for like spinal cord operations, the exploration, decompression, and stuff like that. So you'll see that in the nervous system a lot using this modifier 62. Modifier 66 indicates surgical team. So this is when multiple physicians are required for a highly complex procedure. Each participating individual would code the procedure and then append modifier 66. Example would be a heart transplant. Okay, that's a highly complex procedure. So each surgeon would just, when they're working together, they would code the same code, but they would append modifier 66 just to indicate they were part of a surgical team. Okay, 73 and 74. I'm going to take a peek in the chat and I'm going to ask you guys if you know what these modifiers are for. They're specific to a certain type of, I don't know if I want to say facility, but they're specific modifiers. Yes, great. You guys got it. So we use these for ambulatory, yes. Okay, so outpatient. These are outpatient modifiers. So they're for hospital outpatient use. Modifier 73 is used when a procedure is discontinued prior to the administration of anesthesia. And modifier 74 is for discontinued service after the administration of anesthesia. And again, these are for ambulatory centers, okay? So modifier 73 is for prior and modifier 74 after anesthesia, okay? Discontinued. All right, modifier 76 is a repeat procedure. Has to be same physician, same day. So an example of this, Dr. Ryan performs an EKG on the patient at 8 a.m. and reports the same procedure 6 hours later. So same procedure, same physician, same day, and repeating that procedure. Modifier 77, did we just do repeat procedure? This is different physician. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Okay, modifier 77 is repeat procedure, but this is for a different physician, same day. So example would be a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is performed twice in one day. First is performed by Dr. Maxwell and the second one by Dr. Folgers. Okay, different physician, same day, same procedure, just had to be repeated. Okay, 78 is for unplanned return to the OR. And this is if another procedure needed to be performed unexpectedly during the post-op period. An example of this, Mary had surgery to have a tumor excised from her hip. The surgical site becomes severely infected and Mary returns to have the infection treated, okay? That wasn't planned, that wasn't, they didn't foresee that happening, but it happened. So during that post-op period, she had to come back, due to the first procedure, okay, got infected during that site, got infected. Modifier 79 is for to indicate an unrelated procedure. And this is also during the post-op period by the same physician. So Emily has a rhinoplasty, and during the post-op period, she falls and fractures her femur. Those are totally unrelated procedures. So you would append modifier 79. All right, modifier 91. This one is a little bit tricky. This is for repeat clinical diagnostic lab test. And we would use this modifier when repeating the same lab test on the same day to obtain multiple test results. There are some things we do not do. We do not use this modifier. We do not use modifier 91 for lab tests that are repeated to confirm initial results, okay? Repeat it due to an error. So I'm going to have you guys code this one too, so we can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about with this modifier. So a 72-year-old male patient with diabetic ketoacidosis had multiple blood tests performed to check his potassium levels following subsequent potassium replacement and low-dose insulin therapy. After the initial potassium blood test, 3 subsequent potassium blood tests were performed on the same date to correct the patient's hypokalemic state. So let's do 2 minutes on this one.
Alrighty, 2 minutes, and the time starts now. All right, the time is up.
Okay, thank you. All right, seeing some great answers here. I'm seeing a lot of you got the code correct. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So the procedure code is 84132. So this is how we would report it. 84132 would be for that first test that was performed, and then there was 3 subsequent tests performed after that to get different readings. We're not just trying to confirm, like it said up here, the initial results, and they weren't repeating it due to an error. They were trying to correct the patient's hypokalemic state. So in this case, we would report the 91 for each subsequent test. So there was 4 tests total. The first one we report 84132, and then the subsequent 3 we report with a modifier 91. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, perfect. All right, great. And you might just want to make a note next to that modifier 91 just to indicate what it's used for. Okay, we don't use it to confirm initial results, and we don't use it for errors. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, modifier 95 is for telemedicine. How do we know if a code is telemedicine? What do we see next to that code? Yes, great. We see a little star next to that code. So if you see a star next to a code, it means that can be reported as telemedicine. And this includes interaction between a physician and a patient who is located at a distant site. So you must have audio and video in order to append this modifier 95. Okay, in order to use a telemedicine modifier, you must have audio and video. And this is a new modifier to since last year, 2017. But Appendix P lists the codes that modifier 95 can only be appended to. Okay, so Appendix P is where you'll find that listing of codes that modifier 95 can be appended to. Okay, it can't be appended to everything. All right, so the new CPT modifiers in 2018, there was 2. We have modifier 96 and modifier 97. Modifier 96 is for habilitative services. You append this modifier to indicate that the service or procedure was provided for a habilitative purpose. Habilitative services help the patient learn skills and functioning of daily living that the individual has not yet developed. Okay, that's the key word. Habilitative services is to help the patient learn skills and functioning that they have not yet developed. Okay, and modifier 97 is for rehabilitative services. Append this modifier when the service or procedure is intended for rehabilitative services. Rehabilitative services help the patient get back, or improve skills and functioning of daily living that has been lost or impaired due to an illness, being hurt, or a disability. Okay, so a patient is being taught to walk and talk again after suffering a stroke. That would be a real rehabilitative service. All right, so we're done with CPT. We're going to talk a little bit about HCPCS Level 2 modifiers. And these can be used on level 1 CPT codes or level 2 HCPCS codes. Use a HCPCS level 2 modifier instead of modifier 59 if one is available. We talked about that. And so example left, right, it's more descriptive. And here's some new modifiers for 2018. I'm not sure how it looks in AAPC, but this is taken out of the AMA HCPCS book, these new modifiers are indicated by this little green inverted triangle here. So there were 11, I believe, new HCPCS modifiers. There was 2 CPT and 11 HCPCS. So here they are. There's FY. This is for X-ray taken using computed radiography technology, cassette-based imaging. So in that, there's like the specific cassette in place of the traditional film cassette. That's when you would use that FY modifier. Then we have this JG, and this is for drug or biologic acquired with 340B drug pricing program discount. And this 340 drug discount is a U.S. federal government program that requires drug manufacturers to provide outpatient drugs to eligible healthcare organizations and covered entities at really low prices. That's what that 340B is. So we pin that for drug or biological acquired with 340B discount. The QQ, this is for this is ordering professional consulted a qualified clinical decision support mechanism for this service, and the related data was provided to the furnishing professional. I'm not too sure exactly on this one. Might want to research that one a little bit. But I did look, it says, I did look this up, and it says the provider consulted and received qualified decision report. But if you need to know more about this modifier, you can always, or any of the modifiers, you can go to the CMS website, and they, you know, they'll give you descriptions of them. TB, drug or biologic acquired with 340B drug pricing program discount. This is used for informational purposes. VM, Medicare Diabetes Prevention Program, virtual makeup system session. So the Medicare Diabetes Prevention Program is an intervention program. It's the goal of it is basically just to prevent type 2 diabetes in individuals, you know, with indications of prediabetes. So there's a certain amount of sessions that are required, and I guess some of them can be done virtually. So in that case, I guess you could append this modifier VM. And then the last one here, ZC, this is a manufacturer-specific modifier. It's used to indicate the manufacturer of a particular biosimilar biologic. Okay, so that's those. And then all of these are new as well. I'm not going to go through all of them. If you want to see a bigger, you know, more description of them, you can read about it. But at a glance, we have X1 through X5, and these are basically patient relation modifiers. So our X1 is for continuous broad services. X2 is for continuous focused services. X3, episodic broad services. X4, episodic focused services. And X5 is for diagnostic services requested by another clinician. All right, and here's a little clip from the AMA book of some of the modifiers, starting at A1, going all the way down. There's quite a few in your HCPCS manual, so you know, read through them and get familiar with them. Up at the top, it says, do not report HCPCS modifiers with PQRI CPT Category 2 codes. Those Category 2 codes are the optional codes that are used for pretty much for tracking, or you know, they're optional, so you don't use these HCPCS modifiers on those Category 2 codes. There are specific Category 2 modifiers, 1P, 2P, 3P, or 8P, okay, and you'll use those on those Category 2 codes, not these modifiers. All right, so that's what that means up there. And Here's another page. I just wanted to point out some of the modifiers here. You'll notice down here that I have boxed E1, E2, E3. These are all for the eyelid, indicating whether it's upper left, upper right. So they're really specific. So just know that these are here when you're doing procedures, you know, on the eyelid. We also have some over here on the right-hand column for the hand. You know, left hand second digit, left hand third digit. I mean, it's very specific, okay? And we also have over here, we have the LT modifier indicating the left side. So we talked a little bit about that. So you make sure that, you know, you're indicating laterality. You know, you append that modifier when appropriate. And then we have these physical status modifiers, the P1 through P6, and these are used on anesthesia codes, okay? And here they are again. So P1 would indicate a normal healthy patient. P2 is a patient with mild systemic disease. P3 is a patient with severe systemic disease. P4, a patient with severe systemic disease that is a constant threat to life. P5 is a moribund patient who is not expected to survive without the operation, and P6, a declared brain dead patient whose organs are being removed for donor purposes. Okay, so these are added to the anesthesia codes. All right, and we have some ambulance modifiers as well, and these modifiers have their two codes. So the first one is the origin. So where is that patient where did the patient start and where did they end up? So the first code, the first letter would indicate the origin, okay? And the second one is the destination. So for instance, say the patient was picked up at home and taken to the hospital. So residence would be R and hospital would be H. So you would use the ambulance code with RH modifier, okay? All right, so I have a little exercise for you. I think we're getting close and we have a little fun game at the end. So I'm going to, let's see here. Okay, here we go. The first one we have, so get out that book and look at these modifiers. The first one, right hand, fourth digit. What do we report for that one? And if you're not sure, it's okay. Just try your best. Get your book out, try to find it. I'm seeing some great answers already, though. Okay, I'm seeing F8, a lot of F8. Let's see. That is correct. Great job, everyone. All right, our next one we have upper right eyelid.
Miss Tracy, can I help
Yeah.
you with this? I'm
Yes,
seeing a lot of E3s. I think they got
okay.
it.
Overwhelming, huh? E3.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys are correct. Awesome. Next one, right foot, great toe.
Mm-hmm. There you go. It's raining. T5, Miss Tracy.
Okay, let's see. Have a good feeling about this. Yep, T5 it is. All right, next one. CRNA service without medical direction by a physician.
Okay, this one might need a little bit more
Yeah,
searching,
we
but
probably need
look
a
at
little.
that. Already got one, Miss
Ooh,
Tracy. Naya?
Naya,
Oh, wow,
Trixie,
Tripty.
Patricia, Mildred. Wow, on fire. Vasamita, Cheryl.
Huma, Hin, Suzanne.
Ooh. Aparna, great job. Mildred, awesome. Great. So you guys are saying QZ, and that is correct. All right, we have one more, and this one is going to require to look up the code and then append the modifier. So ambulance service with basic life support, emergency transport from the patient's residence to the hospital.
Good one, Miss Tracy. Almost there, Cheryl, but I think Miss Tracy wants you to code it too. If you can.
No, that's okay. If you want to look up the code, then give you a little bit of practice. This will be in your HCPCS manual, just so you know.
Boom. Got one, Michelle.
We have one more minute, Ms. Rochelle, and then we'll go ahead and.
Okay. Miss Tracy, I didn't even set up the time.
Oh no, it's okay.
I was just looking at the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have set up the time. Oh well.
Oh no, it's fine, Ms. Rochelle.
You're doing great. Don't even need that much time. All right, Miss Tracy, I'm just winging it. I think
I think
they
we're
are.
good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so I'm seeing some great answers, and I'm seeing really close answers too. Okay, so on this one, oops. Okay, let me clear out my chat here. Okay, so the correct answer, A0429 with the RH modifier. So I think I kind of gave this away earlier when I was talking about, you know, the place of origin, remember, is that first. So since the patient got picked up at the residence and was taken to the hospital, you code the place of origin first and the destination second. So that would be RH. And the code for the ambulance service with basic life support is A0429. Okay, so with the RH modifier. So we got that. This is in your this will be in your HCPCS manual. Okay. Okay, I'll help you in the chat, Miss Cheryl, with that. I'll let you know exactly. Okay, so I'm going to, on that note, are you guys ready to shoot some hoops? So since it's March Madness, I thought it fitting to play a little basketball game with you guys. And also, if you notice, the theme of my webinar is St. Patrick's Day mixed with basketball. Since we're so close to St. Patty's Day and March Madness is here, I just thought I'd combine the two and have a little fun. But we're going to go ahead and switch over to our game, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation of the modifiers, and now we're going to go and we're going to have a little bit of fun. So whenever you're ready, Miss Rochelle, I'm going to hand the screen over to you. Miss Rochelle's going to run the game for us, and I'm going to have Mr. Julian come off chat. He's going to, or come off mute. He's going to help us.
All right.
Oops. Wait a
Let's
minute.
play ball.
Started. Okay, Miss Tracy, I'm just gonna grab the screen right now.
Okay. Sent it over.
Okay. Give me 1 second and
Okay, so here we go. We are all on the same team. So we are Team AMCI. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pick a basketball player here, and then it's going to open up into to a question regarding modifiers. It's going to be a multiple choice question, and then you guys just place your answers in the chat. So are we ready, Mr. Julian?
I think we're ready.
Okay, so who's our first player going to be?
Let's see. We'll go old school on this one. Scottie Pippen.
All right. Is he even on there?
Yeah, he's by Shaquille O'Neal.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I couldn't see it either. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. All right, so we have right hand, third digit. Is this A, RT, B, F2, C, F9, or D, F7? Michelle, you're funny.
Miss Tracy, just making sure I'm not too loud or anything. Is my sound okay?
Yep, you sound okay, Miss Rochelle.
Okay.
All right. What do you think, Mr. Julian? And what are you seeing a lot of in the chat?
I'm still trying to figure out how to see.
Oh, okay. If you open up that question box where it says question, it's a little in the right-hand corner. If you push on that, click on that, you should be able to open up that full size.
Yeah, I'm there, but I don't see any of
Oh,
the new
okay.
stuff popping up.
Oh, okay, okay. It's all right. So we have a lot of D, Miss Rochelle, F7. So let's see.
All right.
All right, slam dunk, guys. I have a feeling AMCI is going to win this game.
We're starting off on the right foot.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So next one, Mr. Julian.
We'll go with Kobe Bryant.
Oh, this one I know.
All right. So we have a physician performs a procedure on only one. The physician performs a procedure on only one side in a procedure that is normally bilateral. Is this A, 53, B, 26, C, 62, or D, 52? Wow, on fire.
Okay.
Oh, they're saying D.
Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see.
All right.
Awesome.
Back to back.
All right. Great job, everyone. Okay, next one. You guys want to pick one? We'll pick the first one that I see on the screen. All right. Someone said Jordan.
Why not?
Michael Jordan. All right. We have discontinued procedure after the administration of anesthesia in the outpatient setting. Is this A, 53, B, 74, C, 52, or D, 73? All right. Wow. I'm getting a lot of B74.
All righty. Oh, wow.
All right, slam dunk. All right. Okay, Mr. Julian, what do you think?
He's been on the bench a lot. Let's put him out on the field. Nick Van Exel. He was right by Michael Jordan
Oh.
on the right side. Yeah.
Right, there you go.
And I can read this one if you would like.
Yes, please.
All right. Repeat laboratory test. Would it be A, 91, B, 76, C, 92, or D, 77?
Oh my goodness, wow. I think we have 100% on this one.
I love
We
the sound of
have,
that.
yeah, that's awesome. A, Miss Rochelle, are saying A, modifier 91.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
Go team.
All right. So next one, you guys want to pick the next one? All right. Someone said, oh, you're fast. Oh, wow. We had 3 Allen Iverson right in a row. So Allen Iverson it is.
Alan, okay. There you go.
All right, and I'll take it from here as well. Ambulance from the scene of an accident to the hospital. Would it be A, HS, B, XH, C, SH, or D, HR?
Wow.
They're coming in.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
Miss Rochelle says, it's raining in the chat.
Do we have a common
Yes,
denominator?
it looks like most of them are saying C, SH.
Well, let's give it a whirl.
I bet
Okay.
it's gonna be a slum dunk again. There you go.
Nice job, everyone. Nice job. Excellent. All right, Mr. Julian, who will it be?
Ah, let's go with the kid, Jason Kidd. All right. During an evaluation and management service, the physician decides the patient needs surgery. Is it A, 54, B, 78, C, 57, or D, 58?
Wow, 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 wow. The answers are just flying in, and it looks like we have, I still see a couple more coming in, so I'm going to wait just a couple more seconds.
All right.
Okay. All right, it looks like we have C, modifier 57.
All right, you ready? Let's.
Drum roll.
Wow. Great job, everyone. Great job, great job.
Yes, great job.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to take a pick at a player?
Oh, yeah, they're already putting in the chat, and the first one I see here is LeBron James. Is he on there?
Ooh,
Oh, he is.
Let's pull them out.
Okay.
This is a quick one. New equipment. Would it be A, KR, B, NU, C, NR, or D, KA?
All right, let's see. Seeing some more answers still coming in, but I like what I see so far.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. Wow. And I know we didn't even go over this one, so great job, everyone. Okay, looks like, okay, I still see some answers coming in, so I want to give everyone a chance to just get their answers. So I'll give you about 5 more seconds, and we'll go ahead and reveal it.
All right. I think I feel a slam dunk coming on.
I think you're right, Mr. Julian. Okay, I see an overwhelming response of B, NU. Slam dunk. Team AMCI is awesome. Okay. All right, next one, Mr. Julian, what do you think?
Blonde hair, Dennis Rodman.
Hey.
Ooh, yeah.
We all know Dennis Rodman.
Yep. All right. Upper right eyelid. Would it be A, 3, E3, B, E2, C, E1, or D, E4?
Wow, you guys are fast. Just flying in the chat.
This one is very helpful, by the way.
Yes. Okay. It looks like another 100% on this one of everyone who's answered so far. Miss Rochelle, let's reveal the answer. They're saying A.
Hey, okay. Ready to dance?
Is it A?
Let's dance. Nice, nice. All right, I see Grant Hill. Someone wants Grant Hill, Miss Rochelle. Right there, the second one up at the top.
I saw him. Okay, there you go.
Oh, Grant. A physician interprets the findings of a sleep study. Would it be A, TC, B, 95, C, 26, or D, 82? I think I need to pull my book out on this one. What you see going on, Miss Tracy?
I'm seeing, looks like a pretty close 100% on this one too. Pretty close. I'm seeing a mixture of, I see mostly C's. I see some A's, but I think we're going to go with C because I'm seeing mostly C's.
Okay, for the C, let's see.
You do?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Remember that modifier 26, that is our professional component. So great job on that one. I know that one could be a little bit tricky. Okay.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we have Kevin Garnett.
Okay. Let's see what he has going on.
We're sending Miss Rochelle on a search.
I see him.
Well, Mr. Kevin Garnett has 2 surgeons performing distinct parts of a procedure. Would it be A, 62, B, 66, C, 80, or D, 82?
All right. Yes, 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 yes. I'm liking what I see. 2%. Oh, yes. 2 surgeons. Remember, 2 surgeons performing distinct parts. Yes. Great job. I know this one's a little bit trickier too. Yes. I'm seeing mostly A's. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, yes,
Great
yes,
choice.
yes. All right. Great job, everyone. Great job.
100% on all of it. Right, Miss Tracy, so far.
Say that again, Miss Rochelle.
Oh, I'm saying we got 100% so far.
Oh, I know, I know. We're dominating this game for sure.
Way to
Okay, so
conquer those modifiers.
yes, yes. We have someone's requesting Yao Ming. Hopefully, I'm saying that right.
Okay, here you go.
Yow! Surgeon administers anesthesia. A, 23. B, 47. C, 82. And D, 56. Which one?
Hmm. Yeah, I think they got this one. I think so. Wait for a few more seconds. Let everybody get a chance to answer. But you guys got this one. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, looks like they're saying B, modifier 47.
Okay, get ready to dance again because this is
Mm.
gonna be
Dance party, AMCI dance party.
Uh,
good.
All right, all right. Okay, someone is asking for, is that one on here? Tim Duncan, is that here? Oh yeah, Tim Duncan's right there at the bottom, Miss Rochelle. Second one on the bottom.
He looks funny in here.
All right. We have an EKG performed by radiologists employed by the hospital. Would that be A, TC, B, 26, C, 32, or D, 59?
Okay, let's see. Looks like I'm getting a mixture on this one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what is that mixture, Miss Tracy?
The mixture we're getting here, it looks like between A and B, but I think I'm seeing a lot more A's come in. So remember keyword here, this employed by the hospital. This radiologist is employed by the hospital. Yes, I see some of
Correct.
you, I think, are maybe changing your answers now. So I'm seeing a lot of TCA. Yes,
Ooh.
great job, great job. And
Nice.
remember, we use the technical component when that if the doctor is employed by the hospital, we use a TC modifier. Okay, so great job on that one.
Great job.
Great job. Okay, alrighty, next one. Well, it looks like they're saying Shaquille O'Neal.
Shack attack. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. O'Neill. Anesthesia was given to a normal, healthy patient. Is it A, 23, B, P1, C, P6, and D, P2?
Ooh, we're getting a overwhelming response on this one. It looks like 100% so far, or close to it anyways.
No, that's what I want to hear, Miss Tracy.
Yes, yes. Okay. It looks like give you about 5 more seconds. I just got to say, I know some of you are at work. I'm seeing your comments in the chat and it's making me laugh. Please don't get in trouble with your boss. Someone said they had to stop playing the game because their boss came in. I was like, oh my goodness. AMCI dedication.
I'm telling you.
I'm glad you're here. All right. Okay, so it looks like, okay, I'm getting a couple different ones here now, but mostly I'm seeing B, P1.
Solid choice.
All right.
Way to go.
Yes, yes. Remember that physical status modifier, that P1 indicates normal, healthy patient. We append that to the anesthesia code. So great job on that one. All right, someone's requesting Rashid Wallace.
All right. Right fourth digit. Would it be A, F8, B, T5, C, T3, D, T8?
All right, no fooling you guys on this one. On any of them, actually. You guys are doing awesome. All right, all right. A few more seconds, and we'll reveal the answer. All right, it looks like you guys are saying D, T8.
D.
Yeah. Of course, that's the correct answer. Great job, everyone.
Great job.
All right, someone is requesting Hakeem Alajuwon. Am I saying that right, Mr. Julian?
Yeah, a little, Elijah Wan. Yeah,
Okay.
close enough.
I know I was going to butcher some of these names.
It's all right. All right, we have two procedures performed on the same body area. Interesting. Would it be A, 59, B, 51, C, 50, or D, 91?
All right, answers are already flying in the chat here. And I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I remember this one tripping me up. Let's see what the crowd says.
Yeah, I don't think it's fooling most of them here. I see a lot of, hold on, before I reveal it, I see a couple more answers coming in, so don't want to give it away yet. All right, it looks like B, modifier 51. Yes, great job, guys. So remember, modifier 51 is multiple procedures, same body system. Fantastic, great job. Okay, next one. I don't see any requests, so Mr. Julian, which one do you think?
It's like we'll toss the ball to Alonzo Mourning.
All right.
Who is that again?
The one at the top right.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Nice.
The angry one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look very happy.
He doesn't. Oh, and this is why he has a procedure performed on both sides. Not fun at all. Would this be A, 50, B, RT, LT, C, 51, or D, F5?
Yeah, he's not a happy guy today.
Not at all.
Kind of looks like the priest on Walking Dead. You know what? Can't stop laughing. Okay, get it together.
That is too funny.
I can't say that anything, Miss Rochelle. I do not watch that, so but I'm sure a lot of students here probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, so looks like we're getting mostly a modifier 50. Yep, and that is correct. Great job. Yes, that's right, Miss Brenda. All right. So next one, any requests? Oh, they're saying Tracy. I thought they were saying me, but I think they're talking about Tracy McGrady.
Take another look at the screen too. All right. Significantly separately identifiable EM service by the same physician or other qualified healthcare professional on the same day of the procedure or other service. Would it be A, 25, B, 51, C, 59, or D, 24?
Wow, lightning fast. Wow, it looks like I have close to 100% on this one so far.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Would that that letter be the third one?
They are saying A to modifier 25. Well, let's see. Yes, yes. Remember that goes on the E&M code 25 to indicate separately identifiable E&M service. So great
Great
job on that
job.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Ms. Rochelle and Mr. Julian, someone's asking for Michael Jackson.
I'm thinking he'll slide on the court.
Someone is asking for Gary. Is it Patton or Peyton?
Yeah. Gary Payton.
Okay.
All right. Medical direction of one certified registered nurse anesthesiologist by an anesthesiologist. Would it be A, 23, B, QY, C, QK, or D, QZ?
Okay. I know this one's a little bit more difficult, so I'll give you a little bit more time. Sometimes we have problems looking this one up.
Oh yeah, just a little tricky.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll give you guys about 10 more seconds. Okay. It looks like we have a few different responses here, but it looks like mostly we have B, Q, Y. And fantastic.
Way to go.
Great job, everyone. All right, so we have 2 guys left here. Who will it be? Yes, boom. Yes. So who do we want? All right, someone's saying Robert Horry. So let's see. Okay.
Due to the patient's weight, the procedure took longer than expected. Would it be A, 23, B, 33, C, 58, or D, 22?
I like what I'm seeing in the chat. So far, everyone who's answered has the correct answer.
All right, talk to me, Miss Tracy.
Yeah. This is great. Okay. Okay. A few more seconds and we'll go ahead and reveal the answer. Okay. Mr. Julian, Miss Rochelle, it looks like they are saying D, modifier 22. Great job. Great job. And as Mrs. J would say, outstanding. Okay, so our last player here, Latrell Spruwell.
You got it.
It's him.
Okay.
Bring it home, Mr. Spreewell. Okay. Real-time interactive audio and video between a patient and the physician. Would it be A, 33, B, 25, C, 26, or D, 95?
Okay. We have, wow. To finish off this game, this is great. I'm seeing, I think, another. Looks like on this one, this is a true 100%.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Everything that I see. I know this is great. All right. You guys are saying D, modifier 95.
Is it? Ah!
Dance party!
Good job, team.
Perfect game. Great job, everyone. That is awesome. All right. And that was it, right, Miss Rochelle? That was our last player that I saw anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we
Yes,
cleared
yes,
them out.
yes.
Awesome.
So Team AMCI got 1,000,000 points. Way to go, guys. You guys did awesome. Fantastic. All right. Well, I just want to thank everyone for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed the modifier lecture and the game. I hope you learned something. Yes, there is another March Madness event tonight. It begins at 8:30, Miss Rochelle, right?
Oh yeah, yes. Sorry about that. Yes, we do. We have our partners from MTI is going to be doing introduction to.
You're a little distant, Miss Rochelle.
I am. Give me 1 second. Okay. Do I
Okay,
sound better?
perfect. Yep.
Yes. Oh, please come on and join us tonight. Our partners from MTI is going to do an introduction to inpatient coding, and they're also, I think, gonna do a little talk on what MTI is about. So that's gonna be an interesting class. So come on in. If you do not have the link yet, I think I can pull in from the calendar for you, and then I'll put it in the link. Okay. It's gonna be
And
tonight.
also keep an eye out on our calendar for other events that are going on this month of March. Go to amcicoding.com and you'll see everything there. You can register from there. Someone's asking if there's CEUs for the event tonight. There is not. But it should be really informative. So, if you can make it, I would definitely try to make it. We do have CEUs for our event on Friday with Miss Rochelle, the HCPCS webinar. That will be in the evening time, starting at, is it 7?
7 p.m. Yes, please. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Oh, while you're here, can I transfer the screen to you so I can grab the link?
Yes, that's fine. Transfer it over to me. And while
I just grabbed the link. I can send it out.
oh, thank you so much, Miss Marie.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second because I'm trying to exit out of my screen here. So I can show you guys something. Okay, so let me show you my screen. All right, let me know if you can see it.
Yes, we can see it, Miss Tracy.
Okay. So I'm just trying to take a peek at the chat real quick to see what everybody's saying. Okay. Someone's asking about the TTT webinar. I'll talk to you about that in a second. If you want to stick around.
Tonight's class, if it's recorded, I'm not sure about this one, Miss Tracy. Do you know?
It is being recorded. We are probably going to make it available for a short time, and I'm not sure where we will place that link. It'll either be in I know some of you aren't students, so we might just place it. I'm not sure where we'll place it. Maybe it might be on our calendar. Keep an eye out. Just make sure that you are liked on Facebook to our, if you're not a student, make sure you're on the exam prep page. Miss Rochelle, can you share that link for the exam prep page? Or Miss
Yes,
Marie, whoever can do that. Make sure that you're in the exam prep if you're not a student. That's where we will, we share important information with you there, webinars and whatnot. Okay, and also our calendar is a great place to go. So here's our calendar. This is amcicoding.com. If you go click up here at the top on the bar where it says calendar, excuse me, it brings up our calendar and our list of events. Okay, what's happening around AMCI. All right, so today we have our March. If you just open up March 13th here, you have your March Madness Modifier Mania, which you're in right now. And then tonight you'll have your inpatient coding and auditing with MTI. And it tells you the times. So this says 8 to 10:30. Just arrive at 8, but I believe it starts at 8:30. And then there's some things in here that pertains to, if you are a student, like our group studies and whatnot. But anything March Madness is open for everybody to attend. So the Friday March Madness with Miss Rochelle HCPCS, that's open for everyone. And then we have an event every Friday and Tuesday, okay? the Codathon with Miss Audra is going to finish off March Madness. This is, we have Miss Audra, if you want to come off of mute, you could talk about your Codathon. But this is our second year doing the Codathon, and last year it was a big success.
Okay, well, I'm here. Yes, I have a Codathon, and it's basically going through your ICD-10 book and picking out codes that match the description of what I'm going to be saying. It's kind of a game. I believe there is a CEU attached to it, one CEU, about an hour long. I don't want to fry you guys' brain too much, but those of you that are in the in the forensic group, those of you that are in the guided class, you should be able to pick out these codes really, really well. I hope to see you guys there because it was a lot of fun last year. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. So I hope to see you.
And isn't there, you gave away prizes last year. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same this year. Do you know?
I am not sure. I believe there is, but
Pretty sure there is. But
what it's going to be, I have not been told yet.
alrighty. Okay. That sounds like a good time. Thank you, Miss Audra. And Miss Marie, you have your March Madness. Is that March 20th?
I think it's the 22nd.
Oh, it's the 22nd?
And I'll be working on, it says 27th, I'm sorry.
27th, right? On
Yes.
Tuesday? Yeah, right here. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be talking about selective and non-selective catheterizations and Appendix L with the vascular families.
Awesome. And I believe you have 2 CEUs attached to your webinar, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So don't miss out on the fun, guys. In addition to that, we are playing, make sure to download the app. We have a phrase of the day going on. There are prizes being given away every day for the app, through the app. And then exam prep page. I run that page. We do a fun Friday game. So like I said, if you're not a student, even if you are a student, we encourage everybody to join that page. Mrs. Rochelle, if you are a student, she does Tuesday game day. Miss Marie, you do Wacky Wednesday. So on the different pages, some pages are just exclusive to certain students. But we're having a lot of fun. Sorry, Miss Marie, what were you going to say?
Did you mention the HCC, Intro to HCC coding class on the 20th? That has a couple of CEUs attached too.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. So that'll be a good one as well. So yeah, we got a lot of fun things planned, a lot of very informative webinars, and yeah, we go mad in March and we have a lot of fun. I can't even believe half the month is already half over. It just seems like it started. It's been going so much going on.
I know, by the time we get to my March Madness at the very end, it's going to be like, oh man, I wish I could do it all over again.
Yeah, I know. Someone's asking, do you have to be certified for tonight's class? You don't have to be certified to come to any of the webinars. Miss Rochelle, were you able to put that handout in there?
Oh, what is it, Miss Tracy? Sorry, I was looking for
the handout for the CEUs. See if you're able to.
Oh, yeah.
If not, okay.
I couldn't. So, do you want me to put in the chat, or I don't know.
I don't know if it will work that way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it'll work that way. We'll just have to email them out to all the attendees. But to answer the question about do you have to be certified to attend, you don't have to be certified to attend any of the webinars, but you do need to be certified to apply those CEUs. So if you don't have a credential, you're not CPC certified or have any type of credential, you cannot apply the CEUs until you're certified, okay? But still come. We still encourage you to come. I mean, you're going to learn something. You're going to have some fun. It's just an added bonus if you are certified, because once you become certified, you're required to get a certain amount of CEUs. And so we're just trying to help you out with that, the ones who are certified. You're welcome, Juanita. Well, thank you for taking time out, even if you were at work. Thank you for coming and joining us. Bye, Trupti. You're welcome, Manila. Again, the CEUs the certificate will be emailed to you. We tried to place it here in the handout section, but it's not working. So we will email those to you. The playback hasn't been determined where it's going to be, but just keep an eye out, and we'll let you know if they decide to put a playback. It will be put out there probably on Facebook, but we'll let you guys know. So just keep an eye out on our Facebook pages. You too, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. Yay, Kathy. Yay. Remember, when you guys are answering the phrase of the day, you have to answer it through the app as a message. And only once. If you keep hitting send over and over, it will jam up the system. So just hit reply once, or just reply once and then wait for a response, and then you can reply again. But if you keep hitting, we've had some people that keep hitting it over and over, and it actually jams up the system. It like freezes it up. So we don't want that. We want to be able to get those prizes out to you guys. So we don't want to lock up the system. Oh yes, the TTT, there is going to be a TTT class that's going to start April 3rd. I talked a little bit about this in group study last night, but the requirement for that class, and you could find the information here actually, since I'm here on this calendar. It starts April 3rd. It's the AMCI test taking techniques. It's going to go over the facts to remember. So the requirements for this is you have to have the 2018 TTT manual. If you have the 2018 TTT manual, you should have already received a link for the class. If you haven't received it, you can contact customer service, and they just need to verify that you do have the 2018 TTT, because it's going to be taught strictly from that book. It's going to show you how to use the FTRs. It's a 4-week class, and it's from April 3rd to April 24th. It's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And give me one sec. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. I have this little cold, so every time I mute, I'm having a cough. So it's all these times that you see on our calendar is all Eastern. Okay, they're all Eastern time. So 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And it tells you the requirements. You have to have the 2018 CPT manual, 2018 TTT manual, have completed part 2 of the guided course, or have watched the AMCI CPT lectures. Okay. So hopefully that answered your question on that.
Does the TTT meet every day, or is it a Tuesday class?
It's just a Tuesday class. So it will meet every Tuesday for 4 weeks for 2 hours.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I got one, Miss Tracy. You do not need to do anything. We will be emailing the CEU certificate to you. We tried. We should have like a handout section here, but I don't see any. So that's why we are gonna have to email them. Miss Renee.
Miss Drake's Lunch and Learn is going to be scheduled for tomorrow. Miss Marie, we're on schedule for that still, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern. See you there. You're welcome, Patricia. Yeah, do that if you didn't receive the link. Bye, Patricia. You're welcome, Anila. You're welcome, Renee. Okay, well, I want to thank my team. Thank you, Miss Audra, Miss Marie, Miss Rochelle, Mr. Julian. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Please fill out the survey on your way out. Let us know what you think. Please, please, please. It really does help us. And thank you, team, so much.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
everybody.
Ms.
We are singing.
You're singing?
You are, no, I'm kidding.
Johnson.
Like harming. Anyways, that was random. Anyway, I was gonna say, Miss Tracy, what a great, great, what a great class. It's very, very informative and fun. I had a great time, and I'm
Yep.
sure most of us are.
Yes, I've enjoyed myself as well. Hopefully, you all learned something new.
Thank you, guys. Someone's asking, where's the survey? It comes up after we close out the webinar. After you exit the webinar, it comes up. So thank you, Donna. You're welcome, Nia. Brenda's telling you, bye, Mr. Julian.
Hi, Miss Brenda. I'll see you next time. You have a good day.
Thank you, Anila. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me through my little shakiness in my voice. I wish I was a little bit better, but I am feeling better, but, still not 100% yet. All right. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and we'll catch you at the next one.
All right. Have a good day, you all.
Okay,
Bye-bye,
bye.
everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.